Hi, my name is Nick, and this tooltip is on importing a material. Envisioneer has an extensive collection of materials that you can choose from, but we also know that you may have a specific material that you want to use in your design. This can be done by importing the material into the program. To do this, you would need to take the texture that you want to use and you want to save that to the textures folder. So under your C drive, Program Data, CAD Soft, Envisioneer 14 Textures folder, you'll want to save that texture. And I've saved a stone groutless texture to that folder. Back in Envisioneer, what I want to do is I want to select the wall or walls that contain a material that I want to use, and I'm just going to go select all similar. I'm then going to go right click, Properties, and this will bring up the properties of that wall. And I want to go right to the Appearance tab, and under the exterior surface I want to apply a new stone material to this wall. So I'm going to select the stone material option, and this will bring up the material select area where I can select a material. But I don't have that new material yet. So all I need to do here is right click and select Add Material. This will now give me the ability to create a new material. And I'm going to call this Stone Groutless. And under the texture option, I want to make sure that I am selecting the texture that I want to use. So when I select this option here, this will bring me into the texture map dialog box where I'm able to select the material that I want. And this will bring me to the textures folder. And all I'm going to do in here is type in stone, and I can find that stone groutless texture and say open. I can now see my new texture. I'm going to change the size of this because again we want to make sure that the size of the texture is relevant to the size of the wall that we're going to be mapping it to. Since this texture has quite a few stones in it that make up that texture, then this is probably going to be very close to the size of the wall, but I'm going to make it 7 feet, and I'm going to leave the constrain option on so that way it keeps it the same size. So it's going to be 7 feet by 7 feet. This will now tile that texture across my wall for me, and it'll be a seamless texture. I'm going to say OK. Now I also have an option to add in a bump map. Now, the particular texture that I was using had a normal map. We do not have a normal map for this particular stone material, so I'm going to remove that option. But I do want to apply an actual texture to it. So I'm going to select the texture option again. I'm going to select the select button, which will bring me back into my textures folder. And again, I'm going to type in stone and select the stone groutless and say open. I want to make sure that this is the same size as the main material. So I want this to be 7 feet as well. When I say OK to this, it's now going to apply this material to my actual texture, and it's going to allow me to apply a bump scale. And if you watch the material over here, and if we turn this into a box, we'll be able to see how by increasing the bump on this particular material, it will create that look of the wrinkles and indents in that stone material itself. So I'm going to bump mine up to 4, and then I'm going to say OK. As you can see, it's now created a new stone groutless texture in my materials folder, and I can say OK, and I can say OK. And it's now going to apply that texture to my walls with that new material. We hope this tooltip helps you moving forward. If you like what we are creating, be sure to subscribe for future videos. If you have comments, please let us know below. Thank you.